Welcome to Pocono Mountains Podcast, Season 2, Episode 19. I'm Jim Hamill. For this episode, we're going to dive back into a previous episode that featured the Poconos' AAA 4-diamond properties. We are proud to have 5 of them. Again this year, the prestigious award has been given to the best of the best lodging in our area. The criteria is really tough, and inspections only arrive at the most refined rating for each of these properties. They include again for 2022 French Manor, Lodge at Woodlock, Skytop, Mount Airy, and Hotel Fauchère. More on those in a moment. The Poconos is a year-round destination for millions, and with 2,400 square miles of rivers, lakes, forests, and mountains, with iconic families resorts and historic downtowns, it's the perfect getaway. You can always find out more on PoconoMountains.com or watch PTN, the Pocono Television Network, streaming live 24/7. Thanks for listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. We'll have a new episode each week highlighting lots of the fun things you can experience while you're visiting the Poconos. Subscribe and leave a review and or comment on whatever platform you listen. Now back to the episode. Back on episode 24, we highlighted 4 of the properties that received AAA 4-diamond awards. French Manor received 4 diamonds for its restaurant as well. Here's a listen back to that episode from exactly 1 year ago. Enjoy.
Ashley, when you think of great resorts, what do you think of?
Palm Springs, Fiji, Hawaii.
No, resorts that are closer to where viewers live.
Oh, well, obviously, the Pocono Mountains has world-renowned resorts, and we're going to visit the best of the best on this edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine. The one thing people look forward to at a resort is a feeling of relaxation, and that's exactly what you get the minute you walk through the doors at the Lodge at Woodlock. Nestled in the heart of the Pocono Mountains, you feel nothing but tranquility, and I'm already relaxed.
Thanks, Ashley, and welcome. You're right, you'll receive an amazing wellness experience at the Lodge at Woodlock. Every stay includes 3 artfully crafted meals, fitness classes, wellness classes, of course the amazing spa treatments, and even an art class. So anything that you desire for your wellness experience, you'll have it here.
If your idea of heaven is being pampered in a quaint French chateau in a mountain setting, then the French Manor is the place to be. But I know when I'm on vacation, food is something big. And the French Manor has the best qualifications at 4-diamond, right, TJ?
Yes, absolutely. Every year since 2003, we've had the 4-diamond award awarded to us for our dining as well as our lodging. But our dining is a French Nouveau style, one of the best in the Poconos. It's absolutely fantastic. Down at our spa, we have couples massages, a saltwater pool, and then our elegant rooms. They're beautiful. We have some that have jacuzzi tubs, some of the best around in the Poconos.
Here's Ashley at Lodge at Woodlock in 2019.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. You're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. I'm here at the Lodge at Woodlock, and I have to tell you, this is a magical place to come. I'm with Brooke, who is the guru here, so we're gonna get deep inside of all the details, but this sits on 500 acres?
Over 500 private acres.
This is a destination spa.
We're a destination spa unlike any other. We're only about 2.5 hours from any metropolitan city in the Northeast like New York City or Philadelphia, so we have the luxury of proximity, which is amazing.
Let's also brag about some of the awards that you guys have been.
Absolutely. So for the past about 6 years, we've been in the Condé Nast Traveler top list, also atop the best spa in the world by Travel and Leisure magazine. Organic Spa magazine has us as the top 10 for girlfriend getaways, and the list goes on and on.
Hear that? I love that. So not only can you get away with a partner, but you can also have a little ladies getaway.
Girlfriend
right?
getaway. We also do solo travel, so we call it SOUL, solo, for people who want to get away and just relax by themselves and find themselves here in nature.
Look at that, all encompassing. I love that. Absolutely. So we're standing right here outside of the food, and I can smell it. It smells delicious. Brooke and I were just talking about the menu options here, which is really, there's a variety.
At the Lodge at Woodloch, we're all about cultivating someone's choice. So while some spas may have a very limited menu, and by limited I say that every calorie is counted, here we're all about choice. So we do have vegan options, we have vegetarian options, we have gluten-free options, but we also might have a filet mignon or lamb on the menu as well. So we do have spa portions, so it's actually portioned in the appropriate amount, but if you want more, you can always ask for more.
Right, and you do have a bar.
We have a full bar.
And dessert.
And dessert. We do have some healthy desserts. We have a raw dessert menu, which is amazing, but we also have some desserts which are a little splurge.
Okay, sounds great. So let's talk about the health and wellness and fitness and spa.
Absolutely. So as you mentioned before, we're on 500 private acres here in the Pocono Mountains. And while we're worlds away from the big hubbub of the city, we have so much to offer here in our property. We do hiking. We have a private lake, 15-acre lake, which our guests can do kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and even in the winter we do ice fishing when the conditions allow.
That's amazing. It's amazing that you guys have your own lake and those amenities. You can do it right here on the premise.
Absolutely. My favorite time of year is actually in September, October. It's a private cranberry bog, so there's none other like it in this area. You can kayak out and pick your own cranberries, and it's really magical.
That in itself is an experience.
Absolutely.
So in your spa?
And our spa, so our spa is an award-winning spa, of course. The treatments are amazing. Everything I've mentioned about our spa, and I haven't mentioned the spa, we have, all of our treatments are really focused on having a results-based experience. Okay. So our top treatment is probably our Rosemary Awakening treatment, and it's really, really, truly magical. And some of the herbs are actually picked from our herb garden right outside of the property.
Wow. Okay, so you really need to come and experience this yourself. I mean, as soon as you walk in, we were talking about this earlier, about the experience and the energy here and how everybody's so accommodating and welcoming and warm, and it really does create a magical experience like we were talking about. The other thing I did want to mention is that it's very nurtured, or it's nature inspired, right?
Very nature, okay. Yes, so nature nurtures here at the Lodge at Woodloch. So when we consider developing a new program or finding new activities for our guests to do, we look at nature first and what are the seasons telling us, what's the garden telling us, and that's where we get our inspiration for what to do next. One of our biggest and most popular programs recently is called forest bathing, and that is a practice and a philosophy from Japan and Korea, and it really makes you go into nature and spend slow, almost like uncomfortably slow time in the forest. But the forest and nature has scientifically proven methods of calming the person, and people have seen a reduction in heart palpitations, in stress, in even cancer. Wow. So it's a really important thing to do, and it's something that you don't have to do here. Once you learn about the philosophy, you can take it home and do it in your own backyard.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about, being able to experience these things and then applying them when you leave.
That's actually our philosophy, is personal awakening. So what we hope to do is to get guests to either discover something or maybe rediscover a talent that they used to have that they gave up before children maybe, and they rediscover something about themselves that really ignites them and makes them want to do it. So maybe it's a fitness class at your gym that you're too nervous to try in front of all your friends, but you can try it here. You can say, I love it, or I don't like it, but if you love it, you can take it home and feel really confident about bringing it into your life at home.
Great. Thank you so much, Brooke. Sure. Thank you so, so much. After all of these details, I now have to go get my hands dirty here. I have to try it myself. So you definitely sold me. We would love to see you guys and host you here. So please come on in and join us. You're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network.
Here we all are at the wonderful French Manor, one of the premier properties, the castle of the Poconos. So we want to talk about some of the great things here at the French Manor. Bridget, tell us.
Okay, well, the French Manor is a beautiful stone chateau on top of Huckleberry Mountain, very enchanting, especially here in the winter time. You feel like you're in a winter wonderland here. We have 19 accommodations. They're all individually decorated, all with privacy and romance in mind. A lot of them with fireplace, jacuzzi, private balconies. But I would say our best amenity would probably be our Four Diamond restaurant. And we've been awarded the Four Diamond Award since 2003.
Now the lodging is Four Diamond too, correct?
Yes, the lodging and the restaurant, we've been awarded the Four Diamond Award. The other thing is the comfort of the rooms, all the little details that complete their stay. It's not just the food, it's also how it's presented and how it's served and how the rooms are presented and staged for every person's arrival. The sheets, the towels, the amenities, and all of those little details really
Well, you can count me in. I'm in.
Well, I think we are, and we hope you are too. This is just a small example of some of the great things you can see here in the Pocono Mountains. You know, Ashley, I hope Lady Luck's at my side.
Well, if anyone's gonna need it, it's gonna be you.
You're right, but we're lucky enough to be in one of the most beautiful, world-renowned resorts on the East Coast.
If you love to golf or enjoy the spa or just need to get away, we're gonna show you the best resorts on this edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine. The word resort can mean many things to different people. The Mount Airy Casino and Resort has a variety of options. Glenn, you call this a boutique resort? Tell me why.
Mount Airy Casino Resort boasts all of the amenities that our guests are looking for in a premier resort destination experience. Everything from luxurious suites to award-winning restaurants, and a casino that has 1,800 slot machines, 80 table games, sportsbook, and poker room. In addition to that, we have a pool, spa, championship golf course. We're also Pennsylvania's first AAA 4-Diamond Award winner every year since 2010.
Serenity, beauty, and one of the best family vacations in the Pocono Mountains is right here. This is a jewel of the Grand Poconos destination, Skytop Lodge. Jeff, 5,500 acres of great Pocono beauties right here.
That's correct. Actually, we just achieved our 4-Diamond rating for the 5th consecutive year. A true testament to our team here at Skytop. And quite frankly, there's many memories to be made here, and our guests get a chance to experience the entire destination. Actually, we just renovated our at the Inn and also the Lakeview dining room. So between those renovations, along with the other renovations in years past, we have a true gem here at Skytop.
You know, Ashley, we have some of the best resorts in the United States.
Absolutely, and you don't even need to take a plane. It's just a short drive from New York City, Philadelphia, and Baltimore.
If you want to find out about all Pocono resorts, please visit PoconoTelevision.com.
Here's Chris at Mount Airy Casino Resort in 2018.
You're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Great to have you here. And we are at the legendary Mount Airy Casino and Resort, one of the finest names in the Poconos. So happy to be here with Sarah. She is our entertainment maven. She's going to give it all to us. Sarah, tell us a little bit about the casino itself, the food experience, the spa, and of course the golf. We got to hear about that.
I mean, there's so much of everything. Of course, you know, the casino is fantastic, but it's surrounded by the restaurants around it, which we have 4 main restaurants. The buffet. There is Lucky 8, which is Asian fusion. We have Guy Fieri's.
Awesome. They both are. Yeah.
We have Guy Fieri's, which is open 24 hours. And then last but not least is Bistecca by Il Molino, which is our fine dining Italian steakhouse, which is absolutely fabulous. Other points.
The spas. The spa, right?
Spa is amazing, open 7 days a week, typically from like 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. depending on the day, but they are open every day. Golf course is...
And it's in the top 50 in the country, of course, is correct?
Actually, it's a great golf course, and every hole is actually modeled after other famous courses throughout the country. So I'm not much of a golfer, but I do hear that it's one of the best around.
Mount Airy has been known for hospitality. There's a lot of 4-Diamond experiences here with the dining and of course the overnight stay. The rooms are amazing. So if you are in the Pocono Mountains and you're looking for a great experience, it's right here at Mount Airy Casino Resort. Sarah, thanks so much for being with us. It was great to have you.
Great.
And remember, you're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Hi folks, you're back. This is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Happy to have you here. We are at Skytop Lodge, one of the premier properties in the Pocono Mountains. We're 2 folks who are just awesome. They understand everything there is to know about Skytop. We're with Recreation and with Revenue, better known as Leanne and Mike. So how many acres do you have here? That's amazing.
5,500 acres.
Wow. And the lake outside, people can go on the lake and do all those kind of things too,
Do
right?
boating and fishing.
And what about the history? I'm fascinated with the history of Skytop.
90 years this year.
Wow.
Back in June was our 90th birthday. Skytop started in 1928. It was a vision of some folks that were running the Buck Hill Inn back in the day. Branched off and started Skytop Lodge in 1928, and next you know, we're still around 90 years later and still going strong.
You are. I mean, I know people really rave about the experience here, and you've undergone a lot of renovations, Leanne, too, right? In the last, I would say, year, correct?
Yes, we have done a couple of renovations. We've renovated our front desk, which really looks great, great place to walk into. And then we've renovated right across there our coffee shop. It's brand new. It's called the Corner Roast. We have really great hot chocolate, coffee, lattes in there, pastries made right in our bakery. And then we're continuing to renovate certain things throughout the year.
So the rooms went through a $3.7 million upgrade too, correct, Mike?
Absolutely, and still looking fresh as the day they were done. That's one of our big sellers here is our guest rooms, because it needed it about 3.5 years ago. It was well worth the money spent, and we keep spending money on more refresh and renovations because it is an old property, so we need to have that happen.
I think, I hate to do this, we're going to have to leave it there. Leanne and Mike, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
This is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. We're so happy you were here from Skytop Lodge in the Pocono Mountains.
Hey everyone, you're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. We're here at Skytop Lodge. We are enjoying the most delicious food. Thank you, Chris, for taking me out to such a wonderful dinner.
And buying you a delicious dinner.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do, right? Especially when I have your credit card.
That's probably really bad.
We're going out again after this. I just don't know what's more beautiful, like the lake or the food.
Everything here is beautiful. So it's 5,500 acres in one property.
5,500 acres. I was also asking Mike about the lake and how many acres. There are a few lakes here. So we're at the Lakeview restaurant right now. We have a beautiful scene, and I heard during the summer months they get to put out like rafts and obstacle courses out there. So that would it really could be an entertaining place.
So
to
the
sit
whole
and eat.
family, right? So the whole family can come here.
Yes.
And there's a chessboard that has real pieces. Their pieces are 4 to 5 feet high.
Okay, I will leave that up to you. I'll watch. I'll be your best cheerleader, but you can go ahead and do that.
But it's so cool. I mean, everything here is so cool. The food service is amazing. The overnight stay,
look at this.
And we can't forget this. This is a 4-diamond property, so which means that everything is incredibly quality related. Not only the service you'll receive
I was
here.
going to say the customer service for sure.
The service is top shelf.
Yeah.
The quality of the food, the lodging, the activities.
The cleanliness, because of course you know me.
And it's, cleanliness is really important. That's all part of a 4-diamond rating. It's not easy to get, and Skytop Lodge has done it for 5 years in a row, which is amazing. So if you're visiting here, you can be really confident that it's going to be a high quality experience. It's safe, and it's wonderful. And
aesthetically, it's beautiful
Oh
as soon
my
as you
God.
get onto the property. But even the golf course, 18-hole golf course,
Right.
You even get to see the golf course from here. So Lakeview golf course, it can be, like I was saying, entertaining, to eat and watch everything, or it can be romantic. Which one are we doing right now?
I'm
Just
paying.
like-
but the cool thing is, you said this too, is if you have this could be for family. So as you talked about, so I don't know, when you enter, you did say this, which is really interesting too. When you enter the property, the presence of it when you first see it is just amazing. This is one of the old, how do you say this, grand ladies of the Poconos. There aren't any left except for this one. Your conception of what a real resort was in the early 1900s, late 1800s is right here on this property, and it's still here, but it's upgraded.
With all the new renovations.
Like this one here
too.
at Lakeview.
Yeah.
So it's modern, but yet it has the flair of what it once was, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
And but if you're a couple, right, or you're a family, in all the seasons.
In all the seasons, and then I was just asking again, I'm like, I just feel like I can't get enough of understanding this resort, because every time I ask, there's like more and more that come out.
If you want to find out a lot about Skytop and the product, you can go to our website at PoconoMountains.com. You're actually watching PT on the Pocono Television Network at PoconoTelevision.com, but go to our website at PoconoMountains.com or go to Skytop's website. You'll find everything you need to know about this property. when we talk about being here in the Poconos and experiencing different things, we actually do experience them all the time. We meet the great people behind providing that experience, so we know the story a little more deeply, and we're trying to convey that story to you, that when you come here to the Poconos, I hear this from a lot of our folks, it's really kind of like they're welcoming you into their own living room. They really feel serious about the commitment to hospitality, and we get to experience it firsthand. We want you to experience it, and that's kind of really what we're trying to do here. So I'm getting eyes from the crew because of all the food, beautiful food that's sitting in front of us, and I'm getting eyes from Ashley now. So we're going to be back with a lot of different things. You know, now it's a new season. We're so happy to be here. We're going to be visiting a lot of folks and telling you all about it. So for my best friend in the world, Ashley, I'm Chris Barrett. You are watching the Pocono Television Network. Thank you so much for watching. We're happy to be at Skytop Lodge.
Each of those properties is unique and special. Make sure to stay at Mount Airy if you should want to have entertainment and gaming, as well as a luxury spa experience. Or rejuvenate at the Spa Lodge at Woodloch or French Manor. Or immerse yourself in the historic setting of Skytop or Hotel Fauchère. More on that property in a bit.
The best stories come from people you know.
Hi, Jen and Brianna.
Hello there.
And at the Pocono Television Network, we know the Pocono Mountains.
Saw you at the festival. Great job.
Thanks.
And PTN spends each and every day updating you on everything happening across the region.
Hey, I shared your post.
Thanks very much.
So watch us on cable, streaming, and online.
We love watching PTN.
Us too.
Go to PoconoTelevision.com. PTN is everywhere you are.
We're back. Thanks for listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. I'm Jim Hamill. Hotel Fauchère is also on that list of Four Diamond properties. The historic property in downtown Milford is an absolute gem and is under new ownership since the last round of AAA Four Diamond Awards last year. Here's Chris Barrett with the former owner, Milford's mayor.
Folks, we are here. Oh, what a great place. We're at Hotel Fauchère in Milford, PA, one of the premier properties in the Pocono Mountains, but dare I say in Pennsylvania and actually on the eastern seaboard. It's just an amazing property. There's been so much done here. There's so much to talk about. I can't do it justice, but this young gentleman here, Kenneth Sean Strube, he's also the mayor of Milford, and he won't say this, but I will. He's really contributed a great amount to the renaissance of this community and really the way it looks right now, the streetscape, all the things you would enjoy if you came here. But we're really here to kind of talk about Hotel Fauchère. So I'm going to ask you, Sean, tell us a little bit about the great history. First of all, where are we right now? Where are we sitting?
Well, right now we're in the Delmonico Room, which is our fine dining restaurant at the Hotel Fauchère. We have 3 restaurants. This is the fine dining restaurant. And it's named after the Delmonico brothers who opened Delmonico's restaurant in New York in 1828. And Delmonico's restaurant was revolutionary because it introduced the concept of a menu. Before Delmonico's, what we think of today as fine dining was only available in private homes or private clubs. There weren't freestanding restaurants that you went to for the food. A hotel or a tavern might serve something to a traveler as an accommodation, but you ate whatever gruel they were serving whenever they served it. So the Delmonico brothers brought this emerging trend from Paris of culinary innovation, where you'd open a restaurant and you'd have a menu, and people could come in and order a la carte at any time you were open, anything on the menu, and they would invent new dishes because that was a sensation, that was an attraction. So Delmonico's invented the hamburger as a sandwich. And of course, most people know Delmonico potatoes and the Delmonico cut of steak, but also baked Alaska, lobster Newburgh, lobster Thermidor, eggs Benedict. All these things came out of the Delmonico's culinary tradition. And Louis Fauchère, who founded Hotel Fauchère in 1852, was their master chef. He opened this as a summer hotel and brought that sort of elite Delmonico's clientele from New York out here in the summertime. The Fauchère family ran the Hotel Fauchère from 1852 until 1976, 124 years, which is a pretty amazing history. The hotel then closed, and in 2001, Dick Snyder and I bought the hotel. It was at risk of being torn down, and we completely renovated it and reopened and became a Relais Chateau property, which is a global collection of about 540 culinary-driven small hotels and fine restaurants. People come and stay here for our food.
And we are for Diamond, correct? So
yeah, we're
everywhere
for
we are.
Diamond property.
And a little bit about the overnight experience. I experienced that myself, but you have to tell us a little bit. It's amazing.
Well, it's just, I mean, we don't have a lot of rooms. We're 16 rooms, but we're a hotel. We're not a bed and breakfast. You know, we have room service. We have a more, formal. And our rooms aren't large, but they're really luxurious. We have frette linens and bed and bath linens. The hair and skin amenities are from Kiehl's. Our bathrooms are all marble and Pennsylvania bluestone with radiant heat in the floors and heated towel racks. We just try to make it a really special, our linens are ironed. We have a laundry right here in the basement. We iron all of our sheets and pillowcases and try and give guests a sense of a refuge. When they go in this room, it's quiet, it's calming, and it's right in the center of Milford's historic district. So everything's within walking distance. You can go to the attractions and the other restaurants and the shops, as well as enjoy the 3 restaurants we have on property.
So I dare say that a lot of folks who are watching this are familiar with Teddy Roosevelt. What's the connection between President Roosevelt and this hotel?
Well, we actually have connections with about 5 different presidents. Warren Harding stayed here. Franklin Roosevelt used to come over for Sunday lunch. When John Kennedy dedicated Gray Towers, the National Historic Site here in Milford, we catered the lunch. President Clinton walked by right in front of the hotel a couple of years ago. But Teddy Roosevelt was, of course, very close friends with Gifford Pinchot. And the Pinchot family was from Milford. They were part of the French community here in the early 19th century. And a story that we found in an old newspaper article from the 1950s was that one night Teddy Roosevelt and Gifford Pinchot were having dinner here at the hotel, and they were talking about restructuring the new U.S. Forest Service and the National Park Service. And they put the National Park Service, and they wrote it out on a napkin, and they put the National Park Service as part of the Interior Department because they were to be left alone for recreation and for scenic vistas and for wilderness. And the U.S. Forest Service was put as part of the Agriculture Department, treating the forest like a crop that you could harvest the wood that the country needed on a sustainable basis. And that was Pinchot's sort of important contribution, was the concept of sustainability of harvesting of natural resources. So they sketched this out on a napkin and took it with them. And 3 or 4 days later, Pinchot's chauffeur returned the napkin to the hotel cleaned and pressed.
This is just some of the things at the Hotel Fouchier, located in beautiful Milford. We were so lucky to have the owner here, Sean Strube. He's also the mayor of Milford, which has actually gone through a complete renaissance. And I'm really happy to have been here with him. So for PTN, I'm Chris Barrett. Thanks for watching.
5 Pocono properties, 4 diamonds. Mount Airy, Hotel Fouchier, Lodge at Woodlock, Skytop, and French Manor, twice. Carrying on a tradition of hospitality excellence here in the Poconos. Thanks for listening to Pocono Mountains Podcast. Please remember to subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. Come visit us in the Pocono Mountains. Book your trip today.